Hi friends, welcome back to Wanderlust channel. Today, we are bringing you something really exciting. We are going camping at Suryanelli in Munnar, Kerala, and early morning, we'll be heading out for an adventurous jeep ride and a sunrise trek to the stunning Kolukkumalai, home to the world's highest tea plantations. So, gear up and let's get started. We've reached Munnar and spent some time exploring a few beautiful spots. By evening, we continued our journey along the scenic Gap Road, famous for its breathtaking views. From there, we took a deviation towards Suryanelli, where our camping adventure begins. I had booked my tent at Crypto Adventure through Exotic Camp, a platform I've used before for camping and trekking experiences. There's also an option to camp at the Kolukkumalai peak itself, but it requires a minimum of 2 people to book, so I couldn't go for that this time. The camping package cost me 2,200 rupees, which included evening tea, dinner, breakfast, and a jeep safari for the next day's sunrise trek. We had to travel about 10 kilometers from Gap Road to reach the campsite, and it took around 25 minutes because of the rough patches on the road. I reached the campsite at around 4 p.m., checked into my cozy tent, and explored the site. There were 6 other campers there for the night, making it a nice, lively group. It had rained earlier in the day, so the weather was pleasantly cool, a real treat in the month of April, which is usually the summer season here. The campsite is located inside a beautiful cardamom plantation, and my tent was set up at the top of the campsite, giving me a stunning view of the entire place. After taking some rest and enjoying our evening tea, we got ready for a short evening trek to a nearby viewpoint, where we hoped to catch some scenic views and maybe a sunset. Since it had rained earlier, we weren't expecting a clear sunset, but we were still excited to explore. We started our trek around 5 p.m., and one of the staff members from the camp accompanied us to guide the way. It was an easy walk, about 10 minutes, through lush greenery to reach the viewpoint. We reached the viewpoint, and as expected, the entire view was covered in mist. On a clear day, you can actually see the reservoir of Anarinkal Dam from here. I'll show you a small glimpse of the view for reference, but this clip is from the other side. From the viewpoint, we could also see a few other campsites scattered around the area, surrounded by the thick forest and lush plantations. It was a beautiful sight, even with the mist floating around, giving everything a dreamy, magical feel. For a brief moment, the mist cleared up slightly, giving us a tiny peek at the scenery, but soon it was all covered again. After some time, even the spot where we were standing started to get enveloped in fog. By 6 p.m., we were back at the campsite. Although we missed the beautiful sunset, it was still a refreshing and memorable evening. We returned to our tents and took some rest. Around 7:45 p.m., the campfire started, with music streaming where you could dance, chill, or simply relax under the stars. The whole campsite lit up beautifully, creating a cozy, festive vibe. By 9 p.m., dinner was served. After dinner and spending some more time by the campfire, I retired to my tent, ready to rest up for the next day's adventure. We woke up early around 4 a.m. and got ready by 4:30 a.m. By 4:45 a.m., the jeep that would take us for the sunrise safari arrived, and we started our journey. By around 5:05 a.m., we reached the jeep safari entry point. Here, the driver paid the entry fee, and we began our uphill ride. The jeep safari costs 2,400 rupees, and the entry fee is an additional 600 rupees, but in my case, it was already included in the camping package. It was a Friday morning, and the first light of the day slowly started appearing on the eastern horizon. We drove through the beautiful tea estates of Kolukkumalai, passing by small quarters where the tea estate workers live. Even though it was a weekday, there were hundreds of jeeps heading for the sunrise safari. Since the roads are unpaved, curvy and narrow, it takes quite some time to complete the jeep safari, especially with the traffic buildup. The place we are visiting today is right on the border of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. When we reach the top, the side where the sun rises is in Tamil Nadu, and the other side belongs to Kerala. The mountain ridge we are standing on actually marks the borderline between the two states. The distance from the safari entry point to the sunrise drop-off point is around 11 kilometers, and because of the crowd and uphill blocks, it took us more than 1 hour to reach the trek starting point. Our driver dropped us off by around 6:20 am and instructed us to be back by 7:30 am. We started walking towards the sunrise viewpoint. There are actually several different spots where you can watch the sunrise from here. Since we arrived a bit late, the sunrise itself was already over, but the sight of the risen sun lighting up the valleys was still absolutely magical. The surrounding mist-covered valleys and the endless stretches of tea estates on the opposite side created a truly mesmerizing view. Just like the jeeps, the viewpoints were also quite crowded. One thing that's a bit disappointing at many Indian tourist destinations is the overcrowding and the littering left behind by some visitors who don't respect the beauty of these places. Kolukkumalai is perched at an elevation of around 7,090 feet, or about 2,160 meters, and it's famous for being home to the world's highest tea plantations. The tea estate here is known for its orthodox tea production, using traditional methods in a factory that dates all the way back to the early 1900s. Thanks to the high altitude, the tea produced here has a truly unique flavor and aroma. The area offers panoramic views of the Western Ghats, with rolling mist-covered hills and endless greenery all around. The sunrise from Kolukkumalai is especially magical, one of the big reasons so many visitors are drawn to this place. The ideal time to visit Kolukkumalai is between September and March, when the weather is pleasant and the skies are usually clear, giving you perfect views of the stunning landscape. And of course, early mornings are the best if you want to catch that spectacular sunrise. From the viewpoint, we could see the line of jeeps carrying tourists across the rugged trails. The jeep safari runs throughout the day, but the early morning is by far the most crowded time, with everyone rushing to catch the sunrise views. There's also a small surprise here, a natural rock formation called the Jaguar Rock, located slightly downhill from the main sunrise viewpoint. It's shaped like a tiger's face, adding even more charm to this beautiful place. From here, we can also see Bose Peak, the highest point in Kolukkumalai, standing tall at 2,170 meters, 7,120 feet, above sea level. It offers an even broader view of the surrounding landscapes, and on a clear day, you can even spot the reservoir from there. To reach Bose Peak, you need to trek for about 2 hours, both ways, and there's an additional 200 rupees ticket required for the trek. Since I came by jeep along with a group, I decided to skip the trek this time. By 7:30 am, we made it back to the pickup point and started our downhill journey through the scenic tea estates. Now that the sun was up, we could fully enjoy the beautiful landscapes around us. By 8:15 am, we were back at the campsite. After a refreshing breakfast around 9 am, we packed up and got ready to continue exploring Munnar. I'll be publishing more videos on Munnar soon, so stay tuned for that. We are wrapping up today's video here. I really hope you enjoyed the journey with me. If you did, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more travel lovers like you. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing travel content coming your way. I'd love to hear your feedback about this video or the channel. Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon in my next adventure. Bye bye.